Hey YouTube, it's Mike Peng Gangster, and today we're going to be talking about what's going to happen during Black Friday. A lot of people are concerned with the market crash, right? So every year, Black Friday comes, we're like a week away, basically next week, and the market goes nuts. A lot of people start like basically panicking and they start selling all their stuff. So a lot of people start losing a lot of coins on their teams. So for sure, the biggest recommendation for everybody throughout this week would be to pretty much play with an untradeable team. Right now, of course, if you're gonna buy some specific cards for your main squad, let's say for like let's say a top card, like something that's been out of packs for quite a while, should you be afraid of it dropping? Well, look, during Black Friday, regardless of the cards you buy, most likely they always take a hit. Okay, you one thing you got to remember, even when you take a hit on these cards, the old market takes a hit. So do you really lose like coins in reality? The answer, of course, yes. You're using you're losing physicality like of the coins itself. Like let's say if you had 1 million coins, all of a sudden you lose 200,000 coins. You have 800,000 coins, but you don't particularly lose power of buying, right? Because your 200,000 coins that you lost, for example, the old market dropped, so you still have the same buying power because every card in the game took a hit. Now, of course, if you wouldn't have lost the 200,000 coins, now you have more power of buying cards because now not only that all the cards dropped, you saved your 200,000 K. It's from your million coins. Like if you took it, if you basically would have not lost, if you would have not bought nothing. So of course, the recommendation is to basically go untradeable throughout the week and invest, for example, in fodder. Fodder is the safest investment. We're going to look at fodder right here, and we're going to look at specific things that I believe are just a little bit too low for my experience of like ultimate team. Okay, so do you have to go all in on these things? I would never recommend anybody going all in, but if you want to go and gamble, sure, why not? You ain't gonna lose nothing. Okay, an example like 83s 1.3k. Look, any SBC that comes out that has like I wouldn't be surprised if EA comes out with like some sort of pack like 83 times 10, an example, and they're gonna price it like, for example, like an 83 and an 84 squad, something like that. I don't know, like I'm just giving you guys a prediction of what I would imagine they would price it at, right? Automatically 83s would go up over 2k at least, right? 2500, even 3k, depending how fucking crazy people go, right? So buying 83s and stacking out like club stock all your like every 83 in the game right now, you ain't gonna lose. It's impossible, right? Same thing goes with like 82s at 750 coins. You just can't lose. It's impossible for you to lose. Now, so normally if you start going to the higher cards, like for example 84s, here there's a possibility of people like, well, 84s could drop. They could go to 2500. They could go even to 2k if the content is really really bad, and you'll lose like 1,000 coins per card. But the thing is, most likely if you're buying like 84s at 3k, even at 31, 3200, most likely during the week of Black Friday, these cards should go up to 4k at least. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of it will depend on what type of like content they're gonna come out with, which I imagine they always go full out on these type of events because it's like it's just beneficial for them because they make a lot of money off Black Friday. So they just basically pump the game with SBCs and so on. They just they just fucking throw whatever they have to throw at the game just to make sure that they sell packs and they get people hyped to be on the game and all that. That's their whole strategy marketing to get people on the game. So they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to make people excited about what's gonna come out with like SBCs and so on, so people could be on the game. And by having people on the game, well, most likely people are gonna spend money. They're gonna buy FC points, they're gonna buy packs and stuff like that. So that's their strategy. 85s again, 7k. Like it's pick an 85 rated card here just for the sake of the video, and we go look at the graphs. So for example, let's say for example we look at the graphs of Witz, whatever his name is, Wirtz. I can't say his name correctly, but so the highest we ever seen an 85 is 9,000 coins. Okay, which was not too long ago, Wednesday, basically. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, the 8th. So like last week, basically, was the highest we ever seen. 85s at 9K. Usually we see them around the 8,000 mark for the last, like I would say, month. Okay, give or take. So they're at 7K. They could go up to 8,000 coins, I would say, pretty damn easily, right? But they could also skyrocket to like 9, 10K again. Well, 10K we haven't really seen, but 9K plus. But even 10K, you never know. So if you start stocking these ones also would be a very smart idea right now, because you're going to make profit no matter what. So what I'm trying to get to is, if you want to save coins and you want to basically make coins during Black Friday, is play completely untradeable. Club stock every single card in the game, starting from 82s. Okay, 82s, yes. Go buy every single 82. One of each. Buy every single one of them. Buy every single 83. One of each. Okay? Go buy every single 84. Every single 85. Every single 86. Yes, go buy also every 87. Every 88. Every 89. Listen to me. Buy every fucking fodder card you can buy, because I will guarantee you by the end of next week, most likely all of these cards will go up a percentage for you to make profit. All they need to do is go up, give or take, for you to break even 5%, which that is going to be extremely easy for any card to go up 5% during Black Friday. For you to make profit, you got to be at 6%, which, come on, let's be honest. If it's going to go up 5%, most likely lazy buying at 6-7%, and you're making some sort of profit. But what if they go up 20%, 30%, 40%, and you have 1 million coins invested in fodder? You basically go from 1 million to 1.3 million, while the whole market goes down 20%, 30%. You made 30% off your coins. Now you got 60% difference here, because if the market went down 30% and you made 30% on your coins, you got 60% advantage of what you had this week compared to last week. So when people ask, what's the smartest thing to do with your money during Black Friday? I am telling you, do exactly what I'm telling you right here. You cannot go wrong. Like, I know sometimes it's a bit like time wasting to go and click like every go type in every little card, but even if it takes you like an hour to do every single card, okay, or 2 hours, let's say 2 hours of your time. Most people that are watching this video, most likely they play FIFA more than 2 hours a week. Okay, so if you play more than 2 hours a week, what are you losing from going out of your time instead of playing the game and actually just buying every single card with all the coins you have, and club stocking every single card, every single fodder card, and just basically in a week from now you have 20-30% more of your coins, and plus more power because the market is going to crash again, right? So this is just a win-win no matter what. If you guys want to make coins in this game, and you guys want to have that power of like being able to afford like some of the most expensive cards in the games and stuff like that, this is the number one thing you should be doing during Black Friday. It's the only thing you should be doing. Now, there's also Team of the Weeks. I would not touch Team of the Weeks right now. The reason for this is that they're way too high, and a lot of people are probably wondering, like, how come Team of the Weeks are like 40,000+? Well, first of all, it's because there's an SBC, of course, that's available, and that is the Trailblazer, whatever, RTTK 84 plus, right? And most likely the reason why is because of the Trailblazer part of it, because you can pack, for example, like one of the good ones like Mbappe or whatever, and a lot of people would definitely like to pack that. So because there's a capability, a possibility of you packing one of those cards, there's people right now that are like, they're doing the SBC every day. So that's why the SBC of the informs are extremely high. As you can see, 83 is going for 40,000 coins, which in any FIFA, we never seen 83s go for 40,000 coins, unless it was a specific card for a specific SBC that it was in demand for something, right? But we never seen informs at this price, and I do believe they're gonna drop for sure, 100%. I will be shocked if they stay this price, and I will be extremely shocked if they even go higher. Now, of course, the high rated ones, like for example, like the ones that don't exist much, like Martinez, for example, which is an 88 rated and he's 51K. Of course, a card like this could still go up because there's just not many 88 informs. There's not many 89s. There's not many 90s. But for example, like when I look at the 88, for example, Martinez is the only one that is fodder price, because then AutoGuard is like usable card, so he's 80K, right? So the fact that there's only one 88 inform means 51K. Yes, this would be a pretty decent move for you to go buy one of them and keep them there, because in case, like for example, player of the month Mbappe comes out or whatever, and you need I-rated informs in the sequence of the SBCs, for sure, like a guy like Martinez is going to be used a lot because of the fact that he's an 88 rated, especially if you're looking at like an SBC, for example, that's 88, 89, 90 rated to complete. You're most likely going to want to buy like a high rated inform, and there's, like I said, there's not many of them, so you might as well just go ahead and buy like a Martinez at 88 rated, right? Or some people are going to go and buy Renard, which Renard is 64K. Again, Renard is considered fodder price for an 89 inform, because then the next card is Bruno Fernandes, which is a usable card, and he's 90K. So again, these are cards that are just like, there's just one of them. For example, Ter Stegen, there's only one of them at level 90, a 90 rated. The next one is Mohamed Salah at 572K. So if you ever need an extremely high rated fodder, it's either you go get Ter Stegen at 85K, or you go buy a Kane at 95K, right? Because between 90 and 91, there's only two cards. 92, there's actually again Kane, but he's 140K. At this point, you might as well just get the 91, right? Because he's like 40K cheaper. But you get the point, right? The point is, no matter what, as long as you're buying the gold cards, fodder price, and you're stocking every single one of them in your club, you're gonna make profit no matter what. Like I said, I recommend staying away from the informs, except maybe the 88 and 89, 90. But don't go buy like 20 of them. If you want to buy one, two, whatever, take a risk on that. But I wouldn't recommend buying like a lot of them. That's just not my. I don't think it would be a smart thing. Another thing I do want to look at is this right here, is informs, icons. And you're like, why icons? Well, we look at icons, okay? The cheapest icons, of course, are 65K, okay? Because those are like basically discard price. Like if you just want to basically, let's say you take it and you want to sell it, right? Like if you want to discard it. So for example, like I want to look at the 86, 87. I will look at the 88. Yeah, 88. 88 is what I would look at, and I would say, look at Rakimi, okay, at 69K, pretty much the same price as the 86, 87. And this is something I was thinking about, but I'm not exactly sure if this is gonna happen, okay? In the previous FIFAs, okay, I'm sorry if the video is a bit longer, there were icon SBCs that required an icon in it. Can this happen again? I have this feeling, the way EA has been using informs in the SBCs that we're seeing this year, they weren't really using those last year as much as they're doing it this year. This year they're really pumping like informs into these SBCs, and that's because a lot of people complained about the informs not being really like used much for SBCs. They started that a bit last year, but the previous years they weren't doing it as much, right? But what if they go back the old ways and they start requiring icons in icon SBC players, which for me that will make a lot of sense for them to do, because there are a lot of like discard icons out there, and if they want to price a particular card like at a certain price, and instead of having like 20 SBC for one particular player, they could add like icons in the SBC part like they used to back in the days. Will this happen? I have no clue. If it would happen though, you would see these cards go up a lot, and you would actually be making a lot of profit off them. So would I recommend buying cards like Rakimi or whatever, Suker, or you know, like the ones that are like basically close to like discard. Look, if you want to take a chance and club stock one of these or two of these or whatever, three of these in your club, worst case scenario, you buy like a Rakimi at 69k, and you could discard him for like 64k, whatever the case is, 63k. You're losing like 5-6k off him, 7k, let's say, by taking a risk. I think it's a pretty good risk to take, right? Could they also like say, you know what, recommend? Could they also require this in like a Mbappe Player of the Month? Could they do that? Because a lot of people are saying Mbappe Player of the Month is going to be over 3 million, 3.5 million, whatever the case may be. And if that's the case, they would have to like make the SBC itself worth like priced at a certain way. And how do you price that? It's either by adding expensive I-rated informs in these SBC requirements, or maybe adding some icons in them, which I know to some people may sound like crazy, but there's a possibility they could do it. Will they do it? I don't know. I mean, if I would be working at EA and I would be thinking like, how can I price Mbappe at 3.5 million? What do? Do I only just do 89, 90 rated SBCs, or can I do, for example, like 88s SBC, or for example, can I do like requirement like an icon here, an icon there, like 2 icons requirement, 3 icons requirement? You know, like these are things that basically increase the price of the SBC instantly by doing that, right? They could also say, for example, requirement like a French icon. You know what I mean? And then you would have to go buy like Perez at 140k. An example, like I'm just saying, these are things that could, like maybe not him. You would buy Trezeguet. Sorry, you wouldn't buy a periodic. But just an example. These are things that EA could add to the game. Will they do it? I don't know. But if they do it, man, for the people that actually bought into it, they will make money, right? Like, for example, when the people were buying into the informs, when the informs were like 12, 13k, look how much money they made right now, because now they're 40k. An 83 inform is 40k. So you understand what I mean? Like there's gambles you could take, but I cannot like confirm these things 100%, but there are possibilities that could happen in the game. So anyways, I don't want to make the video too long, but like I said, you guys want to make coins, buy every single card from 82 all the way to the highest you can, of course, fodder price, and stock them in your club. I guarantee you, next week, when Black Friday comes out, most of these cards are all going to go up in price, okay? Because they're going to be required for certain SBCs, and people are going to go nuts, and people are going to do these SBCs, okay? Worst case scenario, you may lose on some cards here and there, but you're going to make money on some other cards, like the 82s or 83s, 84s. You're going to make, you're not going to lose coins. You're not going to lose coins. You're going to make some sort of profit somewhere, okay? So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.